Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. So, it's finally nice and cool in here, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, just kind of poking around online and doodling, starting a new doodle, a noodle, if you will. And, yeah, so figured hop on. Everything is packed. I just have a few more things, but just gotta get into that back room, but I didn't want to leave it overnight. Coffee. So, more coral, just random. I don't know how to draw properly, but boy do I enjoy doodling. So, my mom had one of these easels, table toppers. Really want one. I think it's a little more useful than a regular easel for me personally. So, I'm not sure ever where to start, and this is kind of the whole point of trying to do like bulk doodles, if you will, is being able to start and just not think about it. And I'm not very good at proportion, so trying to give myself like a little bit of a framework, I guess. So I'm gonna put the mic on the paper because since this is the loudest bit, trying to figure out what the heck is gonna go on this thing. So let me do that. Hello, Chicken on Biscuits. How's your night going? I'm hoping to not mess anything up tomorrow. Yeah, I'm terrified, honestly, because I guess there's like moving trucks, which I kind of forgot those were a thing, but here we go. If it doesn't come across, I could always. Oh no, I can't test it. I had to put a ocean documentary on. I couldn't find the microphone or the television remote. Okay, now that there is some random areas, now I could maybe add some coral. Which, very excited this season to get down there. Hey, to get some lead. Oh yeah. But, that's why I like to, or I liked maybe doodling yesterday went decently as far as, because I think it was like already started. It just takes me so long poking around. Because not really drawing anything in particular. Let's see. Guess it was a draw. Yeah, if you have any random things I have probably not felt this level of creative block in a long time. But it is the end of the week, so it is tomorrow, moving day. Gosh, I didn't expect to be moving yeah. But just the beginning, because gotta also unpack. And sounds like a nightmare, but I'm quite excited for that part, because it gives you an opportunity to redesign. I just had a thought. So, because here, you know, you see it depicted in movies a lot where someone's family will have a business and the kids kind of get absorbed into different roles in said business. And so you get all these great little spots. But yeah, my great-great-grandpa started as a food cart in Jersey. Now we're everywhere. I don't know if that was a good example, but like, it's just so rotten that doesn't really, yeah. Because you could work together as a family unit as the whole, like, you know, I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious. Or you end up separating, and all that time, energy goes into that, but, you know, because it is a true shame that feels like different worlds, but I feel like every era might feel like that. Like, style-wise, some eras are wildly different, and I could imagine life stages, baby. But I'm ready to get immediately going, because one benefit, because, you know, there's always the unavoidable stuff you have to work through and around and with. But I'll be a hair closer to Blue Heron, which is kind of, I was already trying to make the best of what was available locally, because it's due to brown, you know, like, I know it's a hard one, but I think I've long come to terms with it. Because it seems like, especially the last few times, even if you put your hook down to have the little reef fish clean off your hook, nothing. Like, you could forget about that thing for 45 minutes and it'll still be completely intact. Like your bait, whatever's on it. And last time we saw spadefish at the surface, which I've never seen that before. I didn't really look it up though. I see them well at the bottom. And they were like swimming around all like on their just totally different. Maybe there's something that I don't. But they were dredging. So and the thing also is blue heron has a lot of different types of water you can access on foot, just wandering around. Singer Island, so really nice area. It's just comfortable. And the inlet Porta Palm Beach, it's just out of this world, really. I feel like it's what water parks are emulating or something. I don't know. It's such a simple spot, and it's like 2 feet of water, and oh, I'm very excited to get back there. And if anybody does make sinkers or meltdown or lead for jig heads or anything like that, I'm more than happy to ship some that fine swimming. That's like main goal this season. I was trying to find a local spot to work from, but also to really be able to get out there a lot for tons of different reasons. And yeah, but like given math and stuff, a beautiful language that tells you many things. And in this instance, that'd just be way cheaper to Uber. At that point, it's like $30 to Uber. Maybe every few days, pack a kit, and my goal is, excuse me, kind of like a shoreline camp. So I'll have tents, and like who's got the drone, so could find areas to kind of trek around, get good at that again, kind of mobile setups, get grouped for flamingo. Flamingo, just, I don't know why I can't stop thinking about it. And anywho, so when it gets hot, you just swim around, find some sweet stuff to work with, like mono fishing line and all kinds of stuff to do with that. And that's like the give back, so okay. I'm trying to get some net bags. I could just keep forgetting. What is this again? Is this a rock? I want to keep adding this type of coral. Sometimes I just kind of forget what coral looks like. Namely when I try to draw it off the top of my head. I can put like a human being or like mermaid. Shoot, I should probably look up coral. I don't really know how it grows. Submarine. Oops. What's been another thing that I've been procrastinating on is the pixel art for Kynto, because that's really how to, like, now the foot is. Oh man, it's not hot if you don't move one bit. So let's see. I do want to put like a capsule place. So I remember that is glass. Reminds me to like discovered a random activity long ago that was I never did much. Well, what am I talking about? I never did any carving, and where would rivets go? Anyway, I never did any carving, but wanted to. Had a ton of plaster, and that stuff's like butter. So poured some in rubber gloves. Kind of a haunting shape, I'll be real. It is weird looking for how simple like it was. Just anyway, it's just the most unnatural hand shape. It kind of hardened into. So that's going to be maybe a lever or something, or a microphone. So you like talk to people chilling. So I mean like observing stuff. Darn, I forgot what I was talking about. But kind of looks like a baseball hat. Hmm. I wonder. See, I don't really know anything about perspective, so maybe if there's a way to like make it look like it's not on flat ground. I suppose technically it could have some weird crawly legs on it. Oh, it'll be like coral, like a coral lab, because it's already there. Like, alright. Well, I gotta work on that do some scribbling. Make things look a little grown on. Really trying to kind of train for painting. Doodling with paints, not like... Oh, shoot. Anyway. I wanted to try... Um, darn this creative block. Sometimes... It is definitely a curve to do this while knowing that I don't know. It's obviously different, but it's hard to put into words. That's good. Okay. A little heart thing appears. Oh yeah. Okay, so maybe this will be like no. Is there just like scruffing? Because when you look at the rocks, it's these little space flowers. I'm telling you, I just need discipline and to get lost in the woods with some colored pencils or something. I don't know. Because it's some of my favorite textures I've ever seen. It's just under the bridge. Under the bridge. For real, it's probably gonna be a heavy subject. weird like lip thing. Amazing with some like curved lines. It was very lazily done, but you can't see. I'm very good at things. Sorry. Just messing around here, killing some time till tomorrow. All my materials are packed up, so trying to stay sane. But let's see. I have been, so excluding this, I was watching a stream, which I've seen it in passing a few times, like the help signs in LA, but I finally had my computer open at the same time, so I decided to just type in the address for myself, and holy trucks, that's some eerie shite. Help, 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 help. Across, I haven't heard anybody mention for some reason, but I haven't watched too many videos on it, but right across the Los Angeles River, which I, that's wild, in itself, as a jail, and across from that, what is this? It's just wild. And allegedly there's a tunnel, which it's right on train tracks too. And it has a ladder going down it, but anyway, long story short, someone went to it, well, tons of people went to it looking for Jose, and whoa, what does that say? There's like words everywhere. This is some eerie shit. Here, man, screw this drawing. Ah. Oop. Okay. No. Anyway, look at this shit. I'm sure like this is old news or what have you, but this is from 2023. And there's words everywhere. What does that say? I can't tell what that's supposed to say right here. Wow, look. In the middle of typing it, or writing, well, what does that say? ASAP? Terrorismo? Wow, those ones are big. Those are huge pieces of wood compared to like recognizable objects. Can't really gauge the size. I mean, regardless of how deeply unsettling this looks like if I seen this in a movie, I'd be like, man, that's cheesy as hell. But it's not a movie. It's right down the street from this jail in LA. And wow, look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Here. See, I've been trying to keep myself busy, and sometimes the gimbal could only go all the way down at one angle. Sorry about that. So, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, is there a way to disable this stuff? Because I keep, every time I use Google Earth on this computer, it does this. I don't understand. It does it sometimes. But anyway, that's the LA River. So I want to see when that turns into not paved. Because that... I'm guessing it's I guess... are these structural things that's used real quick? Oh, are these for the train tracks? Because that's another thing. It's is this a construction site? Maybe they built a basement and a building's gonna go on top. I don't know exactly how construction works, but you know. That's huge. Do you think that's what made someone finally notice it? That big, large... That's so eerie. And the people, when they go and ask them, it's weird. It's weird. And I'll be real, I'm kind of a talk to an anybody type of person. I have a very low social meter, so I love random conversations with strangers, but brief before it gets awkward. I don't know how to describe it. Anywho, it just felt so odd, and all their clothes were it was like an organization or something. And one thing I've never seen is modern, like I don't know. There's so many people. It's such a congested area that I feel like open ocean would be your country. Your sprawling landscapes, of course. But your shore crashes, or your shoreline crashes, is this. And so much gets lost in the mix. And look how crazy this is situated. Definitely interested to know what they're building there, because that's a jail. Or no, this is something else. This must... What the f... What the fuck? I'm such a peninsula person. I've never seen shipping containers not in a port before like that. But I guess they gotta be stashed somewhere. These train cars. Oh, that's eerie. That's not good. near this area. I would not be near this area, no way. The hell? Like Port of Miami, Port of Miami. What do they call it down there? Miami Port Authority? I don't know. It's massive. It's beautiful. However, it's an eerie feeling when the ship container. I really want to go on. Sorry. Let me collect my thoughts. I would really like to go on a freighter. You can rent a cabin in one for really, really long trips. However, the yards, where they're all just, especially here, where they're like baking, quite literally baking. It just has an eerie feeling, you know. And of course, there's gonna be a bunch of like entrances into tunnels because there's like the Is there subways in LA? I actually have no idea. What's that? Wow. I bet thrifting here is nuts. Holy. How big is this place? Wow. So, yeah, I was just seeing that in passing. I was poking around. I was genuinely quite taken by that. But maybe I also wanted to see just LA in general. Anytime I don't know why I haven't been, honestly. I don't have much interest. I don't know. LA like seems like where do you even start? I have the same feeling with Miami. I love Miami. And I go not a lot because it's where do you start? And it's also paved. But yeah, I was just like I can't stop hearing about the tunnels and the celebrities' houses because the whole Diddy situation. And I'll be real. I spent a long period looking up the Serpentine City under LA. So it's always piqued my interest. And just more and more things like just adding up in memory. Of course, the it's like the Prohibition tunnels, any form of underground cities anyway. Like I was quite surprised when history did the underground cities. I thought that was quite a thrilling. Maybe partly because I am in Florida and you don't stumble into many secret tunnels here in Southeast Florida. Unless, of course, by way of sinkhole, which I hardly even like uttering the words. Hello, Travis Joe. Hey, Zoidberg. Yeah, if anybody knows any. Oh, I know, maybe. I can't remember, like, the majority of, And another thing, the barista coming out. The Starbucks barista, every time I scroll a short, there's this Starbucks barista whose NDA just expired. And finally something for me. You know, the news has been quite intense. Our minds can only handle so much. However, it is nice having something developing, something to check updates for on perhaps a daily or weekly basis. Coffee. What's that mountain called? I don't know. It's too big. I can never commit anything to memory. Like, I would be frazzled too. That is really intense. Is that a port? Yes. Drop a magnet in there, please. Oh, what is this? That's pretty. That's so nice. I just like that there's this long thing. But anyway, just reminded me. Man. I really want to see these places. Hello, the witness, if you're still here. If anybody has any weird spots on the map to look at. Oh, Florida. Alright, hold on. My bad. So let us see. Oh, I did want to play a little of my friend's album. If you look up, shit. Make sure it's using like the same name. Anyway, Mr. Pope or Sun God Records. Been making music since as long as I can remember. And I think I met him in high school, so dude's probably got like a full discography at this point. A few of my friends, or a few like my friends are people that grew up with and made really good music. That a lot of gems. Chaucer comes to mind only because this song does not leave my mind. Anytime I think of hippies or condos, and I think of hippies and condos quite a lot, so the song is called Hippie with a Condo by Chaucer. Local Lake where, well, Palm Beach County, maybe, I don't know. Hey. See, gotta get good at this. Gotta get good at this. I don't want to bug anybody over here, but that's... Oh, where... God, I suck at this. Anywho, sorry. Anyway, this is really, really difficult to stay awake, so appreciate being able to just like, I don't know. I always kind of thought I wanted to be born in a previous era. I got, you know, I'm fine with what I got. Like, socializing alone in your room is almost immaculate in my in my life. I wish I always had this. And every crafter really. I wish there was kind of like voice rooms or something that just people crafting at their desk. Building something, machining. Yeah, and then it's just the tunnels just blow my mind. And then the boring of Elon Musk. Remember the tunnels, the plans. I remember they were like kind of laughed at, but then I had the thought like, what happens if that's just for essentially the 1%? Obviously, right? It takes one car down at a time. I get that's like that was uh the mock-up plans or whatever. Do you remember the tube cars code? The tube train or yeah, Tesla tube things. I think there's one in Vegas that looks like a vaporwave, like, right? Like, yeah, boring company. But do you remember the actual like, so to ease traffic, there's like more modern plans that don't sound so funny. But I remember the first time I seen the thing, it was like a shoebox you drive into or something, or a lift. Let me see. Here. Oh, while I'm holding this mic, get clipped. So, what is that called? Uh, yeah, that is nice. That's a good color combination. That's kind of cute that they like change it up. Anyway, okay, yeah, this thing. this. But what happens if those are just for those tunnels? The ones that. Because, like, okay, we've been talking about tunnels for a long time, and, like, years ago, it wasn't even, like, conspiratorial or anything. It was like, yeah, there's underground cities, and then Prohibition era spots, and, just, like, endless tunnels. Like, rooms bigger than rooms I've seen like on crust, on Earth's crust. But you know what I mean. And that news reported the Playboy Bunny tunnel, which I've seen that circulating again with the blueprints on it. Which who knows, man. Definitely no. I mean, I'm not sure, but like I definitely have a few theories that I lean to instinctively. I just wish I could, like, I don't know, picture it. Cause how do you picture that? It's so deep, and it spans such like intense distances. Like, I wish there was like a scan of it all or something. Like, it would be truly like a anthill. I remember seeing a... Oh, I could try to find it. Shoot, I want to say it was in Turkey. Could have been Iran. Yeah. So, like, you know. This is how I kind of picture LA. I think the one reason too that tunnels uh, give me that like belly sinking feeling, which like spooky things are supposed to, is because if there are cities and tunnels, this big planet, baby, how deep can that possibly go? Like, there would be like, oh, that's just so wild to me. I'm so glad y'all can't see my face. It's just, why watch, I mean, watch movies with intention and like, you know, awareness, because like the whole control disclosure thing, I thoroughly like, there's just, there's so much money wrapped into everything, and so much of it is so connected that it's almost, I mean, it's obvious to my like internal senses. Nothing is shocking. And when I was a kid, my first obsession, hardcore obsession, was archaeology. I saw a ruin and I was like, oh, oh. It wasn't a good feeling because, see, in Catholic school, the one I went to is a small Catholic school, and you know, questions weren't very, like, you're not getting reprimanded or anything. It's not like stay in your place besides that one teacher, but it's not like, it wasn't like, it was more so, oh, just everything is beautiful and good, so just put your faith here and there and that's it. Which isn't bad or what have you, but still the questions go unanswered and that kind of thing. And I forgot what point I was making with that, because I have a hard time trying to put a lot of like thoughts into words, but because really it's not something that I like. I just really like looking at stuff. There are some things that I could just look at, like Catholic relics, Tibetan Buddhist art. These are two things that just the gilding. It's just like, it's hard to look at some things because other things are just so freaking dope, to be totally honest. And I'm like, I know that besides History Channel and stuff like that, you're not gonna really, yeah, like box office movies are gonna supply you with, you know, Earth's gems, because the directions this species that we are all part of has gone is it's enough. Enough for me, certain. I like the colors are just certain, but anyway, I want to show you. I wish I had the book with me. Alright, so you can see that. That is the skin of a human being. Or, you know, there is so much symbolism jam-packed in here that I don't even know how to even. That's why I always wanted discussion groups, because I think it would be so fun to stare at something like this for a really long time with a bunch of people and just notice stuff. I'm telling y'all, I'm a simple man. This is a this household appreciates Igor. But just beautiful. Like, see, this is the type of art, and for lack of better words, like, messaging that I'm trying to find at all times. 'Cause, man, you could look at this for hours straight, easily, and it will trigger so many thoughts. I'm very distractible, and there's multiple reasons why I stay the hell away from television, and I'm not mean to it. I get sucked into stuff that I'll be actively frustrated that I'm watching. It'll be the driest, just something that's on like cable television. But dang it, if I see 4 minutes of it, 4 or 5 minutes of it, you'll see me sitting on the couch looking defeated, not like comfortable, just kind of sitting at the edge of the couch. I don't know why I got a kick out of that, but yeah, this is like like words, and I really resonate with that too long didn't read, because sometimes if it's a block of just text, it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to see physical objects in air or something, and yeah. And one thing that I'm very excited about to get back is really catching those bluegills. I I don't know why I didn't, y'all gotta excuse my ignorance sometimes. And I have no shame, over this. Last year, maybe not last year, but the year before, if you asked me if we had bluegill in Florida, I would have probably said no. Isn't that like a northern thing or something? Because I had no idea. I thought our freshwater had like alligators, catfish, and turtles, and gambusia, and bass, I think. I don't know what. I guess didn't put too much thought into the freshwater because it's always far. But anyhow, gonna do some more coral. I also have to go through this. I have my box which Walter, if you see this by chance, this box. Oh, what a joy. So I gotta go through this too. I don't know if that's something I thought to do. A lot of it's for sale, really. I mean, pretty much everything I own is for sale only because I find a lot of stuff. So, unless it's something like passed down, I'm like good on that. Guess what I found? Okay. I might need a tray. Guess what I'll do is put everything. I'll just dump it out instead of doodling. Because I haven't really been able to get much focusing in. So it's been hard to sit still. Okay. Looks really dusty in the camera. Okay. I think there's like 3 more things that I have to consolidate. Just the paintbrushes and stuff like that. Like, as in doodling stuff. Oh yeah, I found this for 50 cents. A little snuff bottle, or perfume bottle. It has a really, was real stoked on that. Also, before going out, found this for $1. Can never say no to a quaint little box. So maybe this store will be containers. This I actually had since I was in middle school. It's one of the first intact purchase that I got from Miami Beach Vintage. Because when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the 40s and 50s fashion style stuff. I wish I could find my original phone, but it's Miriam Haskell, so it looks kind of like handmade, like wiry, but it feels so sturdy. It's one of the reasons why I have it with me, because of just, you know, stuff to like These were post earrings. However, they fell off. They fell off the base, the big brass base, however. They're wire, and I really, really, really like vintage painted wire. Oh, it's got a really good look to it. Just old and warm. Another pen, but this one's weighted. It's a hidden use for that. So, okay, charms in here too. My friend Polly gave me this necklace, and he that was fun. I don't know why this is zoomed in. Should take this off. When I get back, I'm going to make bead pulls. But Walter's family cleared out. I think a relative's home, and I had all my jewelry in cigar boxes. So and this is nice too. I believe these were kind of DIY projects. I could be wrong. Or no, that's not this. This, they used to sell in magazines. Really? I don't know. I had it since I was, gosh, high school. Okay. Yeah, let's have that as charms and I'll put these in the tackle box. I packed this in such a hurry that I cannot for the life of me leave it like this. But a few, oh yeah. So, didn't find too much treasures this time. But did find this nice labradorite, and this also was 50 cents. So gotta clean it up, and I'll also make a really sweet gift. It was one of those everything must go yard sales, which I don't really buy for resale anymore. And when I did, it was just I never went into places and just got everything. I'll be real, I only tried to get things that I could also wear. 'Cause when they don't sell, you know, clothes builds up quick, and these last few years I have created an issue for myself. So this is a little dingy looking in the light, so harsh. But if I go like that, there's anyway. Had this also since, okay, so I've talked about this yard sale quite a bit, but it was one of my first spiritual experiences at a yard sale, let's say. I filled bags, oh yeah, black garbage bags, not the white ones, huge, industrial, and a lot of it I still have. So this is one of my favorite pieces, which is an orb clock. And I'm not sure if you can see the enamel. Oh, what is that called? Where it's carved and engraved and then. But it's one of my favorite effects. And then this usually supposed to come on a bracelet, I believe, but it's sterling. It's what I feel. However, does not work very well. If I wanted to keep it, I would probably try to ask someone to carve it so those channels were a little deeper so it could also function as a wax seal. Useless. This, I mean, it just looked magical. I could not pass it up. But my favorite part isn't the crystal, it's the swingy hinge. But I like this bend up here. I don't know, makes it extra handmade. You could just see more human hand movements or something. Oh, okay. This is opal, but broken chips. It's set in resin, but found it probably middle school. It doesn't look good at all on camera, but it does look quite nice out in natural light. Really inexpensive thing to make. This charm I found in my grandmother's drawer. Whoa. My mom or my grandma didn't wear jewelry. And these are quite easy to find. I'll try to hold it so if anybody ever wanted one, you could Google Lens it. But if you, just get descriptive in a Google search, you'll find them. I forgot what era they're from, 70s, I believe. I could be totally wrong. Anywho. Pretty neat. Sterling, but very sturdy. It's a nice feeling charm. This, I don't know why I got this, like at all, but I'm glad I did. I love opalite or argonon, which is another name for. Oh, that's why. That's why. Yeah, see, that's why I could be a little, prissy maybe, because I got so tired, quite frankly, sticking up for opalite in like crystal groups and stuff like that. Not crystal groups because I could understand there, but like I don't know. You'll see if you I guess spend a lot of time looking at different subcultures or what have you. Like how every culture uses the same ingredients, potatoes, like everyone has potatoes, that kind of thing. Like for crystals, for instance, it's fun seeing a gemologist's view on the material at hand, the metaphysical or witchy, if you will, view at hand. So it's like the same. I like that a lot. It's communal. And this is that necklace or charm bead. Someone just maybe it had something hanging below it, but Gosh, this has easily become my favorite necklace. Yeah, see? Is that not upside down? Well, it's less upside down than that. But easily my favorite. It's got weight. And a nice ring to it. And that is called... Oh no. Oh shoot, I forgot what that is called. Cloisonne. Oh, the watch? Ooh. It could be a, I do not open it to see if there's any stamps. The one thing I really regret selling, I sold it for 200 bucks, but is Millie Fury. Never sure if I'm pronouncing it properly, but I gotta find pictures of it. Man, I think I might have paid, I don't know, it was just in a pile of scrap, but it still lives in my mind forever. I have definitely sold some really cool things that I do regret, but that's kind of how I discovered I was more of a collector than a I had to start making things. No, I'm just kidding, but not really. I really like finding this stuff. Like, this is neat. And the chain is 14K, and I got it at a yard sale, which I actually didn't know. 10K. No, something, I forget which one. It's a random one. Something K. But, I didn't know that until recently, because I've had this since middle school. And, like, gosh, probably like 5th grade, I found it at a yard sale or flea market. And I simply got it because it reminded me of Tomb Raider. Because it looks like, you know, an artifact. Anything old looks like an artifact to me when I was a child. Jade. I don't know the difference between shades of jade. Got some very fake jade too. But I love this stuff. This is, got a bunch of these from that yard sale. Of jade glass, like glass charms. I'm guessing it's glass. Or like dyed something. But it's a good color. That's another neat little random charm. The doves with the pomegranates? Or pomegranate, right? Is that pomegranate? No. I'm not sure. That's a neat one. This is Code's grandpa's fly. One of his flies. Fit perfectly in the bottle. This is gifted and a long time ago I was gonna sell it, but I was like shocked how much sodalite with ruby, which, to be fair, anything that, like, I don't know, but pretty fragile, but I managed to keep it intact. And loads of little charms like that. I believe that's green turquoise, but I'm not too sure. But loads of like charms like that. Here's one of my favorite religious medals, if you will. Incredible. And it's got a Danish prayer. Let us see. Oh, yeah. This is... I only have one piece of Larimar. Excuse me. It's one of my favorite stones because it looks like water. You've come here to lose your sanity? Oh, come to the right place. Oh, I'm so excited to be back awake. And, I mean, it was in the middle of so much. Like, I haven't even seen, like, the dive footage from last season. And just was losing track of focus by focusing on too much that excuse me, ended up draining me in the long run. Got a big ol' scallop shell. But oh I'm really afraid of it slamming in something because I put it on a long chain. Got some this. I threw everything in here so aggressively and up late. Of course, the thing looks sick in natural sunlight. Oh. Don't know why. I feel like I cooked my myself these last few days in here. Trying to find more of these. I don't know what you would call this or how you make it, but I like this much more than black. It's very sturdy feeling. I'm sure I could buy like a pack of them, but I'm also sure I could probably make them. I don't know. It's so freaking sturdy though. They had a bunch of them at that yard sale. I regret not getting them. Someone's beadwork project that they didn't finish, so I called it finished by way of hair clip. And I do wear that as a hat quite a lot. And these things just made out of salvaged copper. Little doohickeys. Which I still need to make more of these. I only have one left, and it's that one. And this is about as big of a crochet pattern as I've done. This is the net back, but that's a lot of negative space. I'm planning on trying to find some patterns because there's a huge wave of crochet right now, and I couldn't be happier that it just blows my mind. Like, crochet pattern books are about to be sick because every pattern book or pattern confined for the last few years is really boxy clothes, and I do like to just doodle with crochet hooks too because they're kind of like the OG 3D pen. These are shells, but they're horns. Good for pictures and stuff. I made these when I was, gosh, maybe like 20 for pictures. More salvage copper things. Just taking some. But I tell you what, when I was selling these, I put like a bunch of them together. And to make shell flowers, I just lazily put some leather on it so it would stay. And it's got weight, so I put on one of these spirals. Some Publix chicken bones. 2-second hair clip. And a friend of mine wanted leather ties that he's seen in a magazine. And made this like, gosh, 15 years ago maybe. And never made any ties, but I did end up using them all for hair clip. And the crushed shells one. Hair clip. These things are also fun to make. And that's just regular sequins. Really fun to build on. Got Art Deco enameled watch fob pendant. Art Deco enameled watch fob pendant. Watch Bob. Oh yeah. Art Deco jewelry. That's one of the many eras where like jewelry just snaps. Like that is so cool. Like that would be. I have a ring that's pretty neat. Oop. Alright, so successfully try to at least keep things to one drawer. Hair shite gets one drawer and one drawer once. But it's an interesting enamel kind of thing. Like interesting red, black, and yellow, kind of like German colors. But look at that blue going on in there. That's just wild. The enamel on the inside. Thought that was neat. Oh. I'm just so off balance right now. Finally did find a spoon ring also. Which it's one of those things that, like a classic object, you kind of just end up wanting to get out of the way for collection. A little bit, but you can make one in 2 seconds, but I wanted one that someone else made a long time ago. Money. Oh yeah, some 4-day. I only have 2 pieces of 4-day. And one day, do something with them. I really wish I could get this one. Just set in sterling. I can do it, but I don't want to mess it up. I tried to set a sapphire and cracked it. It's in here. Got garnet done though. letter opener. But since it's really, quite pretty, I just wear this on my waist and added some loops with yarn and cat fur. This watch is neat too. A friend of mine had one, and I always wanted the orange. Wow, how is it still ticking? Oh, it just stopped. Sea King. A friend of mine got this watch. I was instantly obsessed. They redo them in India, I guess. On eBay you can find them. Refurbished watches that are quite affordable. I just don't know what to do with myself. It's brutally hot. I was thinking about plugging the PS4 back in, but Alright, rocks will go with box. And pins. Here's that necklace. 1850 something. It's really thick. I also have a Canadian penny somewhere here, but it's one of my favorites. It was already drilled. Both of those were dusty. This is probably sitting in a garage for a long time, but I do not. So, I do not judge. So, Canadian penny, right? Good size penny, like, whoa. And, yeah, check it. To facilitate trade. Like, that's sick. I think 1925. I don't think it could be 1825. I don't think so, but I don't know. I can't really make out that second digit one bit. I think the other coin, like pendant that I really like is from this one at a kind of like an incense shop in Colorado. It's a, I'm guessing it's a Tibetan coin. I don't know. Feels like a coin. It's got weight, but maybe it's not. It's got writing. But with it, the conch shell, I really like how it's depicted. Just like a beautiful kind of tulipy. Well, I don't know what to do. Everything's packed. I'm losing my mind. Look at that ancient, like, if you look up Bronze Age brooch, you can make one in 2 seconds. It's one piece of wire. I could use that for all kinds of things, like chunky knits, whatever, scarves. Ow! I really appreciate that, Nox Money. I grew up using flea markets as like archaeological excavation. There's some objects that I really wish I still had. I had a big brass compass that was, and a ship compass that had like gyroscopes that stayed level. Over and over and over. You do not want to see my face right now, yes, you put down. But how are you doing tonight? And how you doing, Nuggets Bonner? How's your night going? Wish I could show y'all the back room, but the Wi-Fi is pretty much the only reason why this stream is working. This house is a dead zone. In more ways than one, but all kinds of the house. Yikes. I'm like uncontrollable, like self-sabotage, which I've been there myself, so it's easy to recognize sometimes. But nonetheless, very hard pill to swallow. So, whoa. Dude's mad aggressive on the television. I got a theory on that. Oh man, just like, what do y'all think the next 5 years is gonna look like? That's really intense on the television. Oh, I think I'm getting to my heat. Oh wow, exactly. Last night when I got to like where it started just burning up, it was exactly 100 minutes on this little timer thing. Wild. I just really don't want to fall asleep because if I mess up the youth hall tomorrow, I am just selling myself to the black market at that point because oh my gosh. Might as well get some use of my organs before they fry. Sorry, is that a bit much? Probably. Because, oh, it's brutal. And I would just move this insulation, but it's huge pieces. I'd have to use, I'd have to move like everything to get to them. And I just wish I thought of that before. Like, that's why comparing those is so important, because a lot of these, like, just whatever, it doesn't have to be truths or not. They're just like documented, have been preserved through time, that they're like, I mean, surviving time alone is pretty dang intense. But there's so many things I feel like get overlooked or not that could be like appreciated fuller if more hands were on deck. Like, bum, bum, bum. I mean, if anybody does enjoy, like, coming up with weird theories based on observations, or like to think about, you know, different reasons, be sweet to start. Like, I don't know, what would you do? Like, email us? No. Like, somehow to get everyone that's interested in that into Kynto, because that is one of the biggest points of it, especially for me. Like, that's definitely gonna be my favorite use. Just trying to populate these like rocks. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Coral. I can't see over there. Anyway. Okay. Well, Code, you gotta sleep. I can't. If I sleep, everything will be, I don't know. I should probably also look at moving people. I don't really know how to do things this scale and this out of, I mean, that's not too much out of nowhere, but I'm not really sure what this is going to be. Maybe artificial jelly. And like tentacles. Could be all. Hmm. Let's see. Or maybe I'll take a, not like sleep, but nap on the floor so I for sure don't fall into a deep sleep. Kind of multitask there. Oh, ow. I always forget what's down there. Man. I just can't get time to go by any faster. It's driving me nuts. And it's like, I'm not in a rush to leave, I'm just in a rush to get my stuff out. And it's just gotten to be impossible. I don't know, man. I don't know what this is supposed to be. See? Clam. Doop, 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 doop. could be like a thing. It's like instantly separates that from uh that's another thing too that always really depressed me about like being raised Catholic, I guess, because there's such a heavy emphasis on like your place being prepared for you that I don't know, that gave me a sinking feeling when I was a kid. I was like, dang, how bad does life suck? Like, because there's such an emphasis on like a better place that than like the suffering of here, which um and most of the religions or schools of thoughts that I've even kind of like looked at, you know, there's a lot of emphasis on the suffering and trying to escape that, but not like while here, not like just it's like oh well, to be fair, the like Buddhism or reincarnation, any of those things, I guess it's much bigger than just, you know, being easily entertained. Yeah, so cinder. God, excuse me, cinderblock. Jeez. Just, I also might sleep outside just so I can, you know, for sure wake up. Alright, so I'm going to forget about this and move on to this rock. See, my doodles usually are like, I guess trying to draw, not people, not realistic people, but just people, you know. I really like drawing faces and, ow, outfits, I'll be real. That's probably why I like jewelry. But kind of looks like in that. Hmm. Don't know what that's gonna be, but it's there now. Oops, shoot. I kind of want to watch more stuff on tunnels. And I remembered, I can't remember who referenced it, but it was this about tunnels. And then it was like, we're not like afraid because we have tunnels. I can't remember, and I can't remember who said. I can't remember what setting I heard it in. Like, well, the setting I think was LA tunnels. Like, I guess conspiracy, whatever you want to say, but just common knowledge. Freaking tunnels. I just, that just blows me away, because regardless of, like, you know, how nefarious gets down under the crust, it's just a wildly, I just, you know, it's neither here nor there, like, it's not like, I don't know, this just, world gets more and more interesting is all, and movies get less and less entertaining, 'cause who needs, living like 60 different movies at once right now? It's a fish tank. Or is that like, you know? It's a fish. Orange. Oh, shite. Okay, my bad, chicken and biscuits. The worst part is I really liked the clam too. I just, holy smokes, I like that. Oranges. Damn, what does that orange look like? Can't remember what the leaves look like. I've also never doodled with it up like this. I quite like it. Not bent over like usually. Like back bent. Man, I don't want to fall asleep. Alright, stand real quick. Was getting comfortable. Which that can't happen. Oh, I don't have the fan tonight too, so it's extra hot. I don't even know the temperature, but there's a reason why I am nowhere near on camera. I am not even sitting in this chair like someone who has ever sat in a chair before. It is boiling. See, thankfully, my parents, it it is an old unit, so there's a failsafe. There's a window unit in their bedroom, which is right kind of near where they hang out and watch TV. So they're good. They're fine. Back here, where all my doohickeys and existences, because tiny floor house, so kind of set up a station at the dinner table. However, it is really not letting go of the heat. And I could look at the bright side of just about anything unless I find something at a thrift store that like blows my mind, and somehow if it doesn't end up in the bag. This happens to me all of the time. Not all of the time, because scan the entire environment now. I thought it happened last time with bathing suit shorts. But yeah, they'll drop it in a new bag, or it'll get just mixed in with like all the stuff, and it's at no real fault of the cashiers, because all the thrift stores, especially the ones that I favor, are the more chaotic ones where there's just like items everywhere and like treasures just getting caught up in the mishmash. So there's a risk to any reward. And now what? Well, anyways, yeah, I wish this worked like a phone call. It would be sick to if YouTube eventually made it so could answer calls or something. Well, Kynto immediately be. But you know what I mean? Like a lot of, especially there's a lot of streams kind of that remind me of late night QVC style. And people would be bidding on the products that they're selling. And the only thing missing is people calling in. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be nice to like never ever take for granted people you can talk to about anything. And I mean anything. Ideas, business pitches, fun new theories about life itself. And got so many plans in the works, so just very excited. And finally get to use Kynto Streams again. Highly interactive. And any ideas to make it even more interactive? Code Lock here is the man himself making the thing. And it's gonna be sweet to have like space that isn't streams. I mean, it doesn't have to be streams, it can be streams. But also like discussion rooms where it's just hanging out. It's not stream or nothing. I just there's just a few more things until I can relax and get back thinking. And tomorrow is going to be a true nightmare. I can feel it. My stomach is already turning. Just need to find a U-Haul and yeah. hopefully, yeah, be unpacked within a day. Just materials and then take it slow, move furniture and stuff. But I'm getting so nervous about tomorrow that I think I might just worry about getting my supplies and clothes and like things back out there and just unfortunately wait for furniture, which I can't fathom. Like, it's really hard finding like furniture and stuff like that in the middle of the swamp, and anything online that's available is just it can't take much weight, and certainly if there's any leaks or if rain got in, it would just blow up like a balloon. I don't want any particle board out there. For workspace and stuff like that is fine, but gotta really start putting things that is gonna last together to make it through the long haul, cause oh yeah, alright, food time. Well, real quick. Pickled up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Feel like have low energy or a stomach ache. Pickles are medicinal. Pickled anything. Crab. Yes. Anywho, hopefully tomorrow everything goes well. And happy Good Friday, everyone. Also, um, I yeah, just hope tomorrow goes well, cause I um, I, I, I I have never been in anguish such as this, and 0 out of 10 will not repeat. This is I mean, call it Cairo, cause there's gonna be 0 repeat tourism. I heard that on a video once. I quite love Egypt and Egyptians, but to be absolutely fair, I was born without a duck in the race, I guess. Whoops. Because I love every bit of this planet. A lot. There's always a dick in the crowd, and that's kind of the way things are. That's why love yourself and others, and stay occupied with arts and crafts. And on that note, I think I am going to shut up for a while. Just the like my mind is so clogged, but at least it's not blank anymore. It's starting to come back alive. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Loki. And Zoidberg. Whoo. I shall be swift. I just I'm really good at packing. This area is a little small downtown area, and you kind of get a new apartment every 6 months or lease expiring. And I never minded that. I know that enjoyment will cease greatly the older I get or the longer I'm here on the planet in general, moving. But there's so much, so much out there. I do want to try to get my life obviously organized, to try to learn some form of skill, and maybe like within 2 or 3 years have enough saved to try to learn a skill. And by skill I mean like installing the sprinklers inside buildings for fires, like that kind of thing. That's one I landed on anyway. But and there's a lot of schooling and stuff like that. Oh yeah, so anyway, happy trails. Never hesitate. The next few days will be a lot more awake, and please do feel free to always join. When Kynto streams are back up, could either share screen, mic, anything. It's just anything to like produce just interaction and comparing notes and stuff. Just yet another place on the internet. Kinda like maybe I don't know. Happy trails.